Ramesh, you talked to us about controlling your fear, which is perfect topic for this group. Excellent. You came out strong, yelling, fear, fear. Definitely caught our attention. I'm thinking what might have been a little more effective is if you maybe told a story about, and set a stage, set a imagery for us to say, you know, there's this group of people facing you, and you have to speak in front of them, you know, your heart starts racing, and something that we all can remember or think about, and get into that feeling. So now we've got the problem, you know, deep inside of us. You know, then of course you can deliver the solution. Your volume was great, your ranges. Of course, in the beginning, fear, and then you would talk really low. Make sure you brought us back in. I thought that was excellent. You looked like you were going to state the reasons for fear, because you kind of did this. And it would have probably been good because it kind of sets the guideposts and, you know, the reason 1 for fear, 2, etc. And maybe if you just outline them and then hit each one, I think that would have, in a long speech like that, would kind of give us the guideposts, as I put it, to know where you were in the speech, and then we know, okay, well, these are the problems, and then he's going to do the same thing with the solution, right? A few grammar items. I think you said in front of 10,000 audience, you know, a few things there to watch. Great description. You were talking about your heartbeat when going to ask a question in the town hall. And that's what I'm talking about, because I can visualize being in the town hall, and they say, any questions? And you sit there and you're like, no, you know, there's my bosses over there, and the director and ED, maybe not. And then especially if someone stands up and gets blasted, you know, that's the end of it. I'm not going to ask anything. But once again, I put down, you know, just more stories to help us relate, because I think that's really important. I love your solutions. I mean, I actually sat there and think, all right, I've got to get up and speak. So let me tense my shoulders. Certain ones are a lot easier to do than others, because I don't know that I'd want to sit over there right before getting up and start doing this. People will be like, what's up with him? You know? And the breathing techniques, I mean, perfect. You know, I think it's great. One of the things you did with the breathing, though, you said that the solution was breathing. You had to stand up, engage the audience, and then you had to do physical things like arms, etc. You did mention one breathing exercise, so it might have been better to tell us there's breathing techniques, please stand up, have us do the breathing, and there's also other things you can do, like these physical things, your neck and your arms, etc. So just the order of that was like, you said there was breath. And visualization, I've heard that too, actually, about visualization, how important that is to walk through. You can practice your speech. And they actually, something I've heard where they hooked up, NASA, they did like a study with the athletes, and they actually hooked the athletes up to different devices to measure their muscles, and they had them run, let's say, their race or whatever in their mind, and they could see the muscles twitching and going, firing at the same way they would actually fire during that. So, I mean, it's really powerful. And then, being that fear is mostly in your mind, the techniques you gave us were, you know, spot on, because visualization, breathing, controlling your mind, controlling your fear, because that's really where it is. So all in all, I mean, perfect topic, great delivery. You kept us engaged. I think everybody gained some good information from it, and I really enjoyed it. Thank you.